boys and girls, and welcome to today's lesson. Can you guess where I'm at? That's right, I'm at Brackenridge Park. We're going to continue our studies outside at this park and another park, but we're going to get to that in just a minute. Why am I at Brackenridge Park? Well, right behind me, above this tree line, many years ago when I was a kid, used to be a cable car. It used to connect the zoo, which is on this side of me, to the Second Garden Theater on this side. And we used to be able to ride it and see the whole park, from the zoo animals to the Second Garden Theater to the Japanese garden. It was an awesome experience. Now those cable cars are down. They're no longer up here, but they're somewhere in the city, and we're going to find out where in just a minute. But why Brackenridge Park? One, well, because of the cable cars. Now, did you know that in Montserrat, Spain, cable cars are very popular? We're going to do an activity with those cable cars and learn a little bit more about Montserrat. But why Brackenridge Park? Well, I didn't know this. But after the lesson, we're going to learn from Miss Lynn from the city of San Antonio, and she's going to talk to us about how this area, this park, was once settled by Spanish settlers. There's our connection. How cool is that? Are you guys ready to learn more about this cable car and how to have fun with these things? I'm excited about today's activity and about today's lesson. We're going to go to Hemisphere Park with Miss Anaya, and she's going to talk to you a little bit more about the cable cars and what to do with our activity, and make me take a little trip to Montserrat, Spain.
Our Musical Sprouts journey ends with an engineering and mathematics challenge for you. Montserrat is a mountain range near Barcelona. If you were to travel from Montserrat to Barcelona, you would have to take a cable car similar to one of these cable cars you see here. In today's lesson, your challenge is to construct your own cable car. You're going to be learning about the history of cable cars, and you're also going to be going through a journey of the beautiful views near Montserrat. Today's challenge is for you to be able to construct that cable car and show us what it is like to travel through Montserrat.
Thank you, Miss Anaya, for allowing me to take a little spot here in your lesson. I just wanted to give a brief history about why we're here at Hemisphere Park, with the dogs barking, kids playing, and cars driving. It's okay, it's all here to have fun. But the really cool thing about it is in 1968, we had the World Hemisphere here celebrating diversity and culture from all over the world. People from Spain, from Mexico, from everywhere came to this little park to celebrate diversity. And if you look straight right here at this line of trees, many years ago, I remember as a kid riding a monorail from the main street, from La Villita, all the way to the tower, and there were rides here and all different kind of playgrounds here. But the cool thing was the monorail, because we got to see like up top and ride these trains from the park all the way to the tower. So I just wanted to take you some time to just look at this and enjoy, and tell you a little bit history of why we're here at Hemisphere Park. And thank you, Miss Anaya, and back to you.
So today's STEM challenge is for you to create your own cable car using materials that you have at home already. You're going to need a balloon, piece of string, some tape, some marker to decorate it with. You're going to need also some container, like let's say a shoebox, and then also your cargo. Now your cargo can be anything. If you have Lego pieces, some figurines at home, it can even be bottle caps that you use. And the idea is for you to get this cable car or your shoebox to travel on your cable, which is your string, from one location to another. What's going to power that cable car is going to be your balloon. So think about all of the supplies that you have. Go back into the resource folder, look carefully at the instructions that are there for you, and then once you're done, send us some pictures. We would love to see the creations that you come up with.
Thank you, Miss Anaya, for that wonderful lesson on the cable car. It was cool to see the connection between Montserrat, Spain, and San Antonio, Texas. I hope you're okay over there in Hemisphere Park. Are those cable cars pretty cool, Miss Anaya? Cool, I think so. Hey, kids, I hope you have a good time with those cable cars, making them. Let's see if we can make sure that we could carry the weight and see how far the weight could go from one side to the next. Teachers, I hope that you could send us some pictures of the cable cars and the kids' work. We're excited to see that as well. Being back here at Brackenridge, I want to invite one of our great friends from the city of San Antonio, Miss Lynn, and she's going to talk to you about the connection between Spain and this park and the history of Brackenridge Park. So ladies and gentlemen, I now end it with Miss Lynn talking to you a little bit more about the history of Brackenridge Park.
Historical.
San Antonio, home.
Fun.
Friendly.
I love when I see all the kids having fun.
Everybody is welcome here, no matter where you're from, what your background is.
This was the most entertaining place for you to bring your family. Very family oriented.
It's been part of our life. You know, we've been here since we're little kids to now. Now we bring our children. So it's pretty much part of our life.
Brackenridge Park is the second oldest public park in the city. This area in which it is located dates back for human gathering 11,000 years. The history of San Antonio is encapsulated within the park.
Virtually everybody that lives in San Antonio has been here, and they have memories starting from when they're very young all the way till the time, you know, they're retirement age and older.
It's always so green and so beautifully kept by maintenance here. You know, it's something to be very proud of.
Brackenridge Park has created some of people's most treasured memories: camping for Easter, donkey and horseback riding, paddle boats, sky rides, and more.
I get to go on the train, and I'd like to see the animals too.
In the 1700s, the Spanish settled here, and they created a water delivery system. And located in the park is the Upper Labor Dam and acequia, which was built in 1776. In 1899, philanthropist and businessman George W. Brackenridge donated 199 acres of land to the city for a public park. Then in the early 1900s, local rough-cut limestone was used for walls and structures that you can see throughout the park, giving it a distinctly rustic character. The city converted a former rock quarry into the Japanese tea garden and transformed a wild game preserve into the 35-acre San Antonio Zoo. In 1916, the Brackenridge Park Golf Course was designed and is the oldest municipal golf course in Texas. 10 years later, the Whitty Museum and Josky Pavilion opened. Then in the 1930s, the Sunken Garden Theater was carved out of the quarry. Sunken Garden Theater has been host to concerts, galas, graduation ceremonies, and fashion events throughout the years. The symphony, opera, and Shakespeare in the Park have been there. Today, Brackenridge is a 343-acre park with areas for picnicking, playgrounds, the softball fields. There are about 3 miles of walking trails and hiking trails along the river, and enjoying San Antonio here in your park.
It's your city, it's your park.